Welcome to Expo, Idaho, former home of LeBois Park, will soon to be the home of Boise's first and only professional soccer team here in Garden City. Welcome along as we're going to bring you the unveiling tonight of the team name, the team colors, and of course, all of the mascot and all of the crest and everything. We got you covered from the stands to the sky to down on the field. It's been a long time in the making to get to this point. We're going to get more on that in just a moment, but until then, we're going to get down to the field with Brady Frederick, who's down on the field with some of the exciting things happening down there. Brady?
Yeah, I mean, this has been a lot of fun, Brian. The last couple hours, this place has been packed with kids running around. You can see the inflatable bounce houses, some soccer nets set up, a lot of kids running around and creating that fun family environment that this pro team is all about. Of course, the field has cleared out so far because the big announcement is just moments away.
Okay, so we mentioned it's been years in the making since we got here, until we got here. How long has it been? Well, and how did we get here? Let's take a look.
The blue changed to green in 2015 during Hialdi. Athletic Bilbao and Club Tijuana, two of the best professional teams in the world, came to Boise to play an international friendly in front of a crowd of nearly 22,000 people at Albertson Stadium. It was the largest crowd to ever watch a soccer game in Idaho. It was a catalyst for what was to come. A year after that Hialdi game, in June of 2016, another professional game in Idaho. This time, the United Soccer League, known as the USL, the biggest league in the country. A sold-out crowd of 4,000 people filled the stands at Rocky Mountain High School to watch the Portland Timbers 2 and Swope Park Rangers play. It even featured a hometown player, Blake Bodley. In 2017, an idea from the company that owns the Boise Hawks baseball franchise: build a multi-purpose 5,000-seat stadium in downtown Boise at Americana Boulevard and Shoreline Drive. Under the idea, the Boise Hawks and some Boise State sports would use the facilities. A few months later, a second idea: build the stadium off Whitewater Park on land owned by the College of Western Idaho. However, the plan quickly shifted back to downtown Boise. But it faced significant community opposition, in part due to the location and because some didn't want taxpayer money used to build the stadium. Then, Boise State backed out. In 2018, the stadium idea officially moved to the west end of downtown. At that time, the USL said should Boise approve a stadium, it would bring a team here. But that same year, Boise voters passed a ballot initiative requiring a public vote for stadium projects in the city exceeding $5 million. The project stalled. But in late 2019, some hope. The Expo Idaho Citizens Advisory Committee was formed, bringing together city, business, arts, entertainment, financial, and nonprofit leaders from Ada County to explore the best options for an abandoned piece of property that is widely considered one of the state's most coveted and valuable acreage, the property formerly known as LeBois Park. Then, COVID hit, and there was no movement. It wasn't until 2021 that the county sent out a survey asking people what they wanted to see there. The county gave 3 different options, including a multi-purpose stadium. Ultimately, Ada County commissioners agreed on a 3-phased approach. Phase 1 will be what's called a once-in-a-generation park on the north end of the property. It will provide access to nature, the Boise River, and more. That's expected to be completed in 2026. Phase 2 is the stadium at the former Les Bois racetrack. Boise Pro Soccer, founded in October of 2024 by an ownership group, signed a 30-year lease. Construction started in March of 2025 and is expected to really pick up after the Western Idaho Fair in August, with the team's first games scheduled to be played in March 2026.
All right, so that's how we got here. Now we're here. We're ready for the unveiling of what the Boise Pro Soccer team is going to be called, what colors they're going to wear, what crest is going to be over their hearts on their outfits. Down on the stage right now is Brad Sith and Bill Taylor and David Wally, the co-founders of Boise Pro Soccer. And they're going to give us the hype video here that's going to tell us what we need to know tonight. He's got a few words, and we're going to send it down to the stage right now. Take it away, Brad.
All right, Boise. We couldn't be more excited. We could not be more excited about this moment. Professional soccer is here. And the partnership with Ada County and your local ownership group and all of you that are here, our entire community, made this happen and made this moment. Are you ready? Here we go.
Waiting for the crowd to react, and here it comes! More than 3,000 people here tonight to celebrate the beginning of Athletic Club Boise. There it is! Amazing, the fans love it. They are thrilled about it. You saw the breakdown in that hype video of what it's all about. The mountains, the valleys, agriculture, the peregrine falcon, the star garnet, and of course, the lettering on the crest is a Basque-inspired lettering. So the connection is there, which is pretty amazing. There's going to be a flag unveiled on the field right now, down on the bottom. Brady Frederick is down there for the flag, the team flag being unveiled, along with some kids, a whole lot of fans, a lot of scarves being displayed. There's going to be a merch tent opened up a little bit later tonight. There is the flag unveiled. Brady, you're down in the middle of all that. How's it going down there?
I'll tell you what, Brian, it feels like we're witnessing a moment in history. You can see the smiles on the fans' faces. They wave this flag for the first time. Everybody's wearing one of these, the new scarves for the Boise Athletic Club. And man, it's just a heck of a moment. You can really feel the passion that Treasure Valley soccer fans have. And this is that first step forward, a moment that's going to be big. Can we get a little closer? And you can really, everyone's got their phones out. Everybody's excited to be cheering on Boise this upcoming spring.
Quite some time, but this is it. We're looking at green, we're looking at black. We've got the purple in the eye of the Peregrine Falcon. The colors have been displayed. The crest, we know it now. And now we also know the name, the Peregrine Falcons Athletic Club Boise, which is pretty amazing. So there it is, they love it. Great. All right, Brady, what else you got going on down there?
Well, it's finally starting to cool off a little bit. Everybody's doing their best to try to get a photo of the flag, the crest, the brand new logo. I'll tell you, these scarves are going to be pretty iconic once a couple months from now after they made their debut. I'll tell you what, a little bit later on in the show, we're going to be showing you the merch tents, the first of its kind, the hats, the t-shirts, the sweatshirts. Everybody's going to be really excited to go grab their gear so that they can be ready to support Athletic Club Boise when things get rolling.
Awesome. All right, hey, Brady, get in line now. Get me a scarf, get me a hat. I would appreciate it, please. That line's going to fill up rather quickly. Thank you very much. Okay, so you saw the crest. You saw the logo. The Basque-inspired lettering on that crest is pretty awesome. But that's not the only connection that the Boise Athletic Club Boise Pro Soccer team has to Vizcaya. That's the area of northern Spain where the Basque country is. More than a decade ago. It's been many years. Argia Berstein and Bill Taylor came up with this idea. They thought, what if we brought a Basque soccer team to Boise for a friendly, for a match? Well, in July of 2015, they made that happen. And for many, there's a direct line that can be drawn from that game to where we are today, between that international match, that friendly at Boise State, to where we are today.
The signs were obvious at Cloverdale Nursery in February of 2015. But the grassroots effort to bring professional soccer to Boise began much earlier.
It was a dream. I mean, honestly, it was a dream come true.
It was Argia Berstein who helped plant the seed.
No one knew what La Liga was. No one knew what the professional soccer was. So I'd have to explain MLS. Then I would have to draw a map to Spain and show La Liga.
Growing up a fan of Athletic Club Bilbao, Argia believed having the Basque team in Boise for Hialdi was a no-brainer.
A lot of the people from this area, especially in the Basque community, have connections back to Athletic Bilbao and to that area of Vizcaya.
Her first hurdle, though, where would they play?
We started the process in 2013 trying to convince the university.
Convincing meant ensuring and insuring against any damage to the beloved blue.
But it was a lot of explaining what the opportunity was, what soccer meant to the Basque community, how modern sport can pull together not just the Basque community, but the broader Hispanic community, the broader soccer community, and it took a lot of convincing. Meanwhile, I was continuing to have conversations with Athletic Bilbao. So they knew about their diaspora in Boise, they had heard of Hialdi, and I started working really hard trying to convince them to bring their team here, which if you think about it now, and especially now looking back 10 years, it was crazy for them to think we could do this. It was crazy.
But by March, with most of the money raised,
Athletic Club de Bilbao has agreed and committed to play in the Basque Soccer Friendly.
the Lions were in, and so were their opponents.
From Baja California and Mexico, Liga MX's top-ranked team, Club Tijuana.
A scheduling conflict may have moved the game up 2 weeks, But that wasn't even the trickiest wrinkle. You had to get turf in here.
Yes.
You had to get the foundation for the turf.
Yeah, so we had to put down event decking and then geotextile.
The transformation of the blue turf to green may have seemed like the most monumental part of this endeavor. But success was dependent on how many would fill the seats.
There were a lot of people who didn't think people would show up. If I recall correctly, I think we could break even if 15,000 showed up.
And what did you end up with?
27,000?
But that told you there was a need and a want
Absolutely.
for soccer.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and that, I mean, we literally the next week got a call from USL, and no exaggeration, we were still taking the sod and the event decking off of the field, and we were getting emails and phone calls from folks being like, hey, we want to look at, bringing a club there, or can we test bringing a USL team here? It was obvious that we got some attention.
However, bringing pro soccer to Southern Idaho would see some starts and stops during the next decade.
I think our market would demand and can withstand having a USL Pro level team here.
Allusions to leagues, debates about stadiums. Until finally, Arguia began to believe the dream of a pro team in Boise could become a reality with the right ownership group.
And that's when I began to have more and more confidence in Brad and the entire team that they have around Boise Pro Soccer, because they care about this community. A lot of them are from this community, and a lot of them have a lot of professional sports experience. So I don't know if it's because of what happened, but we definitely helped them prove the case, right? So in 2015, here on the Blue, and in 2016 out at Rocky Mountain, it was just a matter of time from my perspective. I knew this community could handle soccer. I knew this community was hungry for it. I knew if we did it right, it would be incredible. And so that was pretty much my mission, and staying involved and becoming an advisor for Boise Pro Soccer was, don't screw it up.